And the other thing people sometimes think of, I must have to have my drivers to do it. That's not true. You don't need to have your drivers to do direct delivery. You can get a third-party driver for a fixed fee, nothing to do with you, and majority of the fee your customer will gladly pay you.
What is direct delivery?
I'm glad you asked also. Sometimes we use these terms, direct delivery and commission-free delivery. I said, well, is this the same thing? Or are you guys talking about two different things? I think it's the same thing. Because it is direct, that's why it's commission-free. Let's just put it a simple way. Because there's no third party. Commission always comes when there's a third party involved. Somebody's representing you, somebody's selling on your behalf. If you're able to take direct orders, then you can offer direct delivery. And it's kind of, same thing. But the idea is really that, am I able to take orders directly is the key question. And if you are, then you don't have to pay commission, right? And that's where the delta comes in. And now you can save a lot of money that way. And I do think that, as I said, that, I think customers want it. Customers want direct from you. They love you. That's why they come back to you. I mean, nobody can have a successful restaurant business if they don't have any repeat customers. Correct. It's impossible, right? You can't just get a new customer every time and be a successful restaurant business. Impossible. So therefore, if you have regular customers, you want to make sure you are taking their order directly and offering delivery service without the third party. And that way they pay less, you get more money. As simple as this.
What are the requirements for direct delivery? Do you need to have a point of sale system?
You need to have a point of sale or online ordering system set up to take that order. Right.
How many point of sales does Shipday integrate with?
Oh, we do all the major ones in the SMB space right now. We're working with the mid-market ones too, but the ones that you talk to Toast, Square, Heartland, we're working with Clover, all of those usual suspect you would think of when people think of online ordering and delivery. And the other thing people sometimes think of, oh, I must have to have my drivers to do it, right?
Yes.
That's not true. You don't need to have your drivers to do direct delivery. You can get a third-party driver for a fixed fee, nothing to do with you, and majority of the fee your customer will gladly pay you. Maybe you might want to subsidize a couple of dollars here and there to encourage them to order from you. Don't pass the whole fee to the customer because you can afford to do it here because you have a margin. You are not giving anybody any commission. So imagine it's a $40 order, 30% margin would be $12, right? And you can possibly subsidize $2 here. Maybe you're paying a third-party driver $7, but you're just charging customer $5, right? But it's still making $10 more. Still making $10 more. So I do think that the more you start thinking about your direct delivery more like an e-commerce business, it will start to make sense. E-commerce business, people have subsidized shipping all the time.
And does Shipday help source drivers?
So a few ways to answer that. There's obviously big networks like DoorDash, Uber, right?
Yep.
They basically cover the whole country. We do connect with them. There are also smaller providers, DSPs at different places. And if you have a DSP in your area, we'll connect you with that.
Delivery service provider is a DSP.
Delivery service providers, yes, exactly. If you have your own drivers, we can also have a driver app, and you can seamlessly do it. A lot of time, like pizzeria owners, a lot of people have their own drivers, and but they don't have drivers for all the time. They just want to use seamlessly their driver. If they cannot do it, then a third-party driver. And we can do that in an automated way. Mm-hmm. So, and sometimes people will start with third-party driver because they open a new store, they don't have time to hire a driver yet. They will start with third-party and then go back to add first-party as they can find drivers. Or the opposite is also true. So the way we try to make it is like your driver, third-party driver, a combination. Whatever you want to do it, you should be able to do it from us and in an automated way. Nobody has to manually do anything. You set up and forget it, and it runs up for you. So, I think the other part is like as we get more with AI and automation, I think that our goal is to how do you make this thing almost like a self-driving delivery, whatever that makes sense. It just runs for you. You just set it. You don't have to do anything. It should run for you.
Absolutely. I think, what's interesting to me is companies like Shipday that are advocating on behalf of the business owner. We live in a space where you talk about direct delivery or commission delivery or how can I possibly get into the delivery? Everyone has to be in the delivery business. Every brick and mortar business has to be in the delivery business in some capacity because of convenience. We have the Amazonification of the world that we live in, where we expect to order everything from our phone. Medications, we expect to definitely order food. We definitely order groceries now from our food. Like we order pants. Like we don't even go to the mall to order, a hat or a jersey or shoes. We go on Zappos and we order shoes. So, restaurants, small businesses that can find ways to be more profitable doing delivery, I think definitely have an advantage.
I don't think, Shawn, you have an optionality anymore. As you said, It is not something an option. Is people want it that way. Customer want it that way. Now, question is like, if you want to stay in business, you have to fulfill that demand in a profitable way. Otherwise, you cannot stay solvent. Because if delivery was only 10% customer wanted, the convenience now like 30%. I mean, next 2 years, 40%, right? It's like, it just goes up one direction. And so how could you survive in a business where 50% of your business, you don't make money?
I mean, we were just on a call with Pepsi, who has digital labs. So they have a digital department for all of their away from home business. And their away from home business, what they're reporting is 60% of US American households, 60% order delivery once a week.
Wow.
60% of American households. And that's from Pepsi. You know what kind of data that they spend money investing. So that's only growing. So from, millennials to Gen Zs, we're only expecting that number to continue to increase.
100%. Again, I just don't think, you can argue how fast it's going to grow, but it is not declining. It is only going in one direction, right? So sooner the better, we set up this direct option, because that way you can actually make a sustainable business in a way, right? Otherwise, it's going to just...
Shipday works with how many businesses across the globe and how many countries?
We do work with about 4,000 plus businesses now, and locations businesses, let's call it that way. And we have presence like 10 countries really good, but there's also 100 countries. There's 1-2 customers from all different countries we have it. Because part of this, what we think that, you said about the 60% household in the US, what about other countries? It's happening at the same time. It's happening all over the world.
Yeah. Well, we're really excited. If someone wants to learn more about Shipday, they can obviously go to where? The website? Our
website, talk to us, talk to book a demo or consulting, because I do think it's a more to than software sales. I think we can advise you in terms of way that how to set this up, because we talk to a lot of businesses. We work with a lot of businesses. We have seen success with a lot of businesses, and we can probably, share some of those best practices with you as well.
Yeah. And if you're watching this video, please subscribe to the channel. Moin and the team, they're investing a lot of time and effort to share best practices, to share industry definitions. It gets confusing out there, but Shipday is on the cutting edge. And more importantly, they've got incredible and smart humans that work at the company that can help consult with your business and help you run more profitably